thing.
The
So what did you learn about climate change?
The melting of the glaciers is obvious. I walked the Sperry Glaciers and melted back half a mile over 20 years, and nobody was mentioning climate change. But when the polar bears start coming south, the Arctic, the polar ice cap is melting, even I am impressed.
Yeah.
So there are those big things,
but
there are the subtle little things that most people don't think about because they don't live with it.
Right.
But when we moved out on Whitefish Lake in we bought it in 1952. It was what we used to call a cedar swamp.
Right.
It wasn't a swamp, but that was a figure of speech among loggers.
Right.
It meant it was a low place in the forest when they were cutting that had a lot of cedar.
Right.
And cedar demands moisture and temperature control. And we had one. There's cedars everywhere.
Right.
And cedar bushes, 4 feet high, covered the place.
Right.
And I had 2 yellow pine, 2 ponderosa, and that's the state tree of Montana. And I only had 2 of them on the entire place. Well, yellow pine likes it where it's dry. You can go 8 miles east of here to Columbia Falls, and it's yellow pine. But we live in this unique little corner that comes down from the Arctic, kind of. And so I had 2 yellow pine and none other. And now I have 6 yellow pine on the lake shore, lined up like they own the joint.
Right.
And that has to indicate a change. All of my ground cedar is gone. And we were in a forest of Douglas fir, which is the Christmas tree. And the Douglas fir grew like jack pines. They were so thick. We don't have any more Douglas fir, little Douglas fir growing on the place. So there has been a change in the atmosphere and the climate.
Right. Right here in Whitefish.
Right in Whitefish, and all of the flowers, when we went out there, our place was covered with Indian paintbrush and other flowers. They don't come anymore.